Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. And today, we have something big. A first look at a brand new Titan. And not just any Titan. The first Elarite Titan stepping into Dominion. Alecto. And Guardians. This might be more important than it looks at first glance. Because this is not just about one Titan. This could be the beginning of something completely new for Titans. New mechanics. New synergies. And finally, something that brings real excitement back to Titan gameplay. So let's break it down. From what we can see, Alecto is a marksman, positioned on the front line, which is already interesting. Front line? But damage focused. That alone tells us she's not going to be a passive Titan. She's meant to engage. She's meant to pressure. And she's meant to deal damage in a very direct way. Now let's talk about her ultimate, Fate's Judgment. She dashes behind the enemy with the highest attack. Hits them and nearby enemies multiple times. And then returns to her position. And while she's doing this, she is immune to debuffs. That's huge. Because what this tells us is simple. Alecto is designed to bypass the front line and go straight for the threat. She doesn't care about tanks. She doesn't care about positioning. She goes directly to the source of damage. And she hits it hard. And the fact that she hits multiple times means something very important. She scales extremely well with physical attack. And looking at her artifacts, that confirms it. Both her weapon and seal boost physical attack. Meaning her entire kit is built around dealing consistent, repeated damage. Not burst. But pressure. Constant pressure. Now here's where things get really interesting. Her synergy. Fire Titans. And Guardians. This is the part that should get your attention. Because for a long time, Titan teams have been very static. You build your elements. You follow the same patterns. And that's it. But now, we're seeing something different. Alecto is not just another Titan. She's a Titan that connects elements through synergy. An Elarite Titan. Working with Fire Titans. That opens the door to something we haven't really had before. Flexible Titan compositions. And if this continues, if more Titans follow this path, then Titan gameplay could finally become more dynamic. More strategic. And honestly, more fun. Now let's think about how she might actually play in fights. She targets the highest attack enemy. That means she's going after your damage dealers. She dives into the backline, deals multiple hits, and becomes immune to control while doing it. So what do we expect? She's going to be extremely strong against teams that rely on a single main damage source. Because she isolates that threat. And pressures it directly. And since she returns to position, she doesn't overcommit. She strikes. And resets. That makes her very hard to punish. Now combine that with Fire Titan synergy. Fire Titans are already known for aggression and damage. So what happens when you add a Titan that can bypass the front line? And directly hit the enemy's core? You create pressure from multiple angles. Frontline pressure. And backline disruption. And that combination is dangerous. Another important detail. Her crown gives extra damage and defense against light and darkness Titans. That tells us she's designed to be effective in specific matchups. So again, we're seeing more depth, more layers, more decision making. And that's exactly what Titans needed. Now, let's be clear. This is a first look. We don't have full data. We don't have real testing yet. And as always, once she arrives, we will break everything down properly. Full analysis. Best builds. Best teams. Real performance. No guessing. But what we can say right now is this. Alecto looks like a Titan that brings direct targeting, backline pressure, debuff immunity during execution, and most importantly, new synergy possibilities. And that last part, that might be the biggest change of all. Because if Titans start moving in this direction, if we start seeing more cross-element synergy, then Titan gameplay is about to evolve. And for the first time in a long time. That's exciting. So Guardians, now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Alecto? Do you like this new direction? Do you think Titan synergies are finally coming? Let me know in the comments. Stay tuned, stay sharp. And as always, salute and friendship.